I don't intend to ever speak for you. I don't know how I ever could. But I think what I'm about to tell you is something you're probably thinking yourself, because I've really been thinking about how I'm reacting to this. When episode 1 dropped yesterday, I was shocked at how incredibly thorough Candace is. I mean, like a documentarian, like a prosecutor, like an archivist. She's laying the groundwork for things that have happened that I cannot believe how well and how researched and how incredible this is. So anybody who suggests, oh, this is just some fly by night, some mean spirited woman who hates, no. In fact, most of this really has something to do. The first episode had really nothing to do with Erika per se. It was more of who she was, her background, her family, and it's laying the groundwork for. Well, you decide what that is. Was it the grift? Was it this band of gypsies, or? And I use that in the way the classic familial thoughts regarding gypsies and the like. This is not a statement against the Roma, but you're wondering, wow. I mean, maybe there's something inherent. Maybe there's something genetic in her. Maybe she was bred, born, hatched, developed to be a part of this weird. I don't know what you want to call it. So that's number one. So first part was how thorough it was. Congratulations, Candace. I had no idea. I don't know. I don't know how many episodes there are, but I'm captivated. Number 2, and by the way, there's no particular order to this, so don't let the numbering fool you. Number 2, there may not be a 3, or I may go to letters, alphabet. In any event, the second part was how, and this is the fascinating thing, how incredibly bamboozled we were, at least initially. So maybe that's not the word bamboozled, but I think I told you this. I didn't go into this with any particular hate or any kind of antipathy or enmity or any kind of dislike towards Erika Kirk. I didn't. I like most people, and I think you're probably the same way, thought, well, God, I had no reason to dislike her. I trust her. I didn't know anything about her. I had no earthly idea, and I thought, maybe this poor woman who's trying her best to maybe keep things going, maybe at first it seemed kind of noble in a strange way, but either way, I didn't give it much thought. I did not go into this thing disliking Erika Kirk. I had no feelings one way or the other. I had no feelings, none. I felt true sadness, and there is a part of me regarding a part of her that feels very sad, and I don't even know what their children are thinking. And by the way, can I tell you something? I got a piece of flaxseed. Sorry about that. I can't believe I'm even saying this, but I'm so confused about this Erika Kirk. I'm finding myself saying, and her children. Well, I guess they're her children. I thought, oh my God, I'm not even sure what I believe in. I swear to you, I don't know what I believe. I mean, I went from this kind of like indifference, towards her, and now I'm thinking, I don't know what to believe. I don't know what to believe. But it's the third part, I think it is the third part, which is just shocking. Exhibit A is Dan Bongino. And all the puns, Bangina and Mangina, whatever it is, Dan Bongino is out of his mind. He's a little boy and a frustrated actor who lost his way, who was trying to gain ground or trying to make up for the fact that he was at the FBI for an hour and a half and left for reasons we don't know, and now he's back looking sillier and more stupid than ever. In fact, if ever there was a competency hearing, let's say we wanted to establish a conservatorship for Dan. Maybe we wanted to go before court and to adjudicate him incompetent or out of his mind or batshit crazy. I would put on one piece of evidence. No testimony from relatives, no testimony from doctors or friends or police reports. No, I would put in this one. I don't want to play it now, but I thought, you've got to be kidding me. It's as though I were in a movie and I'm saying, okay, Dan, in this particular scene, you're going to be playing a batshit crazy lunatic, which is redundant, and you're going to lose your mind. You're going to muster and invoke and connect with every inappropriate, off-the-chain, just disproportionate hatred that is not even normally conceived of by people who hate. People whose families have been wiped out by villainy cannot compare with the amount of seeming frothing hatred that you feel towards Candace. And by the way, use every bit of inappropriate cursing there is, F-bombs galore, a caprolalia. Go full Tourette's on us. Go nuts. Go. You want this to be the most embarrassing thing ever. And here's the best part. And this is the best part. He doesn't know it. He doesn't know it. Erika doesn't know it. Years ago, here's a terrible analogy. I was on one of these horrible cruises. Oh my God, it was like a cruise to nowhere kind of a thing. It was just straight to the islands and back. It was horrible. I'd rather suck a hospital mop than go on a cruise. But there was a talent show. Bear with me. And all of a sudden, this crazy old woman came out. She was wearing like a tutu, like a ballerina outfit, and she would basically go before people and bend over and basically flash her ass. Or she wasn't nude, but I mean, she would just bend over and flash herself, and they couldn't catch her. She was very spry, very quick, and she would ruin the talent contest, and she would just go up and bend over. And I'll never forget the announcer, whoever, the guy who did the bingo was carving the roast beef. They all had different acts. But I'll never forget, he was on the microphone and he said, "Whoever knows this woman, please, would you contact security? Do you know who this woman is? Please, would you please? It was incredible. I was howling. Whoever this woman is, if you know who she is, that's Dan Bongino. If you know who this man is, please. He's locked himself in. He is screaming. He mentioned something about the FBI. He was there for 2.5 hours and left. If you know who this man is, please, we beg you, would you help him? He's apparently lost his mind." And Candace must be sitting back, I guess, with her husband over a drink and thinking, holy shit. I've, in the history of mankind, since the Big Bang, the primordial ooze to now, nobody has ever been so over the top and so unbelievably, disproportionately angry towards somebody than Dan Bongino. And I think he speaks for everybody. They don't even know what they're doing. It's they go out there. It's like a bad acting job where you're auditioning. We want you to be this, this crazy person. And other people did it as well. And I have, and by the way, just so that you know this, I've been doing this a long time. I mean, I started my first talk radio show in 1988, okay? Okay, so 38 years ago? If my math serves me. So I've been through a lot, and I've known a lot of crazy people, and I've seen this from the nascent period of Rush Limbaugh all the way to today. So I've seen some stuff, but I've never seen anything like this. I mean, I have never seen. I mean, I thought even Rush during his days would, attract different people. Bob Grant, I worked with the WABC. I worked with a lot of people who were really magnets. I mean, they were as controversial, and they never seemed to to induce or to invite or to attract such just off the chain lunacy. So what's the difference? What's the difference? Why are they different? Money? No, this. Sorry, it's an old joke. Money. Somebody either in immediate payment, back end pay, auditioning to make money, somebody along the road says, hey, listen, if you work for this organization, who are they? I'd rather not say. But if you join this organization, they'll take care of you. What you do is you make sure that you say the right things regarding the right people at the right time. Speaking of the right time, these idiots, again, I'm saying this, for the trailer. I know for the trailer. They were so desirous to make the money, or whatever it was. And again, I don't have any receipts that they received money, but that would explain a lot of this. They were so nuts that they were screaming about, and how dare she, God damn it, son of a bitch, God, son of a bitch. It's the trailer, huh? It's the trailer. It's the coming attractions. You don't know anything yet. You're shooting your load, your wad. Sorry to be so graphic, but what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, these people are so amateurish, they don't even know how to do this. You got to wait. Wait a little bit. It's coming. Just wait. Then say it. And by the way, had they seen the first episode, they would have said, are you telling me they're going crazy because paha, braha, I don't know what the hell these Swedish references are, but I'm going to have to listen to this again. When you first heard Candace, you're thinking, what the hell are we talking about? We haven't even gotten Erika yet. And then her grandparents were actually imposters, and they were in a carnival circuit. And what? Who? And then her mother never really was married to her, and his kids, and her name is Sylvia Lipschitz, and she, what? Who? Everything about her is fraud. Tell me one thing that's authentic about her. No, seriously. No, wait, I got time. Tell me one thing about her. Put it in the comment section. What's authentic about Erika? What? So the other night, and I'm not going to do it again, please watch the commentary last night, when she was sitting next to this poor woman whose daughter was killed by that savage in that light rail stabbing. That was real feeling. Now, going back, I asked people, I said, now listen to me. I want you to get off this she's a widow thing. I'm seriously. You can't do this forever. Everybody is a widow, a widower, a victim. I mean, everybody's got something. They're old. They're maybe. I mean, you can't stop appraisal. And by the way, let me say something in response or in defense, not that she needs me, but Candace has never said anything that I think is mean. It's very direct, very matter of fact, very evidentiary. This equals this. A does not equal B. B does not equal C. It's like the inverse transitive property. She just says it. But because the people, these idiots, these jadruls who come along, who have to come up with this feigned, impromptu kind of performative anger, all they know how to do is to say this is mean or how dare she. It's like, wait a minute, this is not the way it works. I've been as a prosecutor, as a lawyer, say I'm now. If I'm in an appellate argument, nobody ever said to me, how dare you? What? We're arguing a spinal cord injury case. How dare you? Who do you think you are? Don't you understand this? The opposing counsel, this man was a veteran. What are you talking about? We're in a courtroom. Well, that's what I'm doing right now. Candace never talks about anything other than the facts of the case. Now, if of course this is problematic for Erika, I understand it. You see, lately I'm finding myself thinking, why don't they just say, listen, Erika, we just took a vote and you're out of here. Here's a payoff. Try to save face. You're killing us. And by the way, the I don't know who these people are who represent the TPUSA hierarchy, but have you seen any of them who inspire a sense of faith and trust and respect and awe and dare I say, in the most respectful of ways possible, anything even remotely indicative of masculinity or I'm just saying. Hey, look, I don't know how to get around this. Now we're getting, listen to this, taken at its composite best. We went into this thing. What if I told you right after September, God forbid, September the 10th, don't ever forget that, 9/11, 9/10. The day the music died in many respects, because so many people really, I never want to make light of it. I don't want you to think I'm ever joking about this. It's very, very serious. But so many young people had their hopes dashed. They loved Charlie. But imagine I could have gone back in time and said, hey, come here. Buckle up. What do you mean? Buckle up with Erika. You have no idea. Dude, as the kids say. And I hate when women say that too. Dude, you have no idea. You have no idea. What do you mean? Well, I'm just saying there have been some accusations that her private life. You mean other men? Go on. Go on. You mean other women? Women? No, I'm just saying. I don't know. A lot of talk going around that Papa had 3 outside women and another wife, and that ain't right. Sorry. Little temptations there. Well, what are you saying? I'm saying that... You mean she played on the other team? I'm saying there are suggestions that not only was she on the other team, she's playing a different game. I don't even know what she's playing. Well, thank God there's no, accusations about kids. Well, what? There's kids? Oh, I'm not saying that. None of us are saying that. But in the course of these discussions, there's been some suggestions made, some intimations made, that some insinuations, intimations, and the like, that she might have, when she was 25, have met a 15-year-old and might have been, toying with her, playing the big sister. I've already been through this, my whole stalking horse thing. You're kidding me. Oh, yeah. Well, it's not like she's some spook. Well, what? Well, I'm just saying, she's doing some interesting industrials regarding EMPs. This woman can't even spell EMP, much less know. She's just so you think she's connected? I don't know if she's connected, but her family certainly seemed to be. She just didn't pop out of nowhere. And everything tell me one thing. Tell me one thing. And by the way, Brigitte Macron should be very worried. Tell me one thing that Candace ever said that was wrong. Where she was like, Candace, you blew that one. My God, you missed that by a mile. Nothing. Remember Fort Huachuca? You go, oh my God, Candace, what are you talking about? Fort Huachuca? Who? Fort Tabasco, Huachuca, Chewbacca? What the hell are you talking about? And it was true. Candace, Egyptian Airlines. It was true. Candace, come on, color of the day, changing colors. It was true. Talk about Maroon 5. It was everything she said. And of course, this could all be wrong. But for where I am, I think where we are, It all makes sense. She's uncanny. And then last week, I'm thinking to myself, I'm a grown man. When she told me, we're going to take a week off. You're going to what? Take a week off? Oh, come on. Oh, Jesus, I can't. A week. And I got to tell you something. Everybody else is terrific. God love them. They're fantastic. But I don't care about watching anybody but Candace. And they're very good. Very, very good. And I mean no disrespect. We're all part of this. Years ago, my friends, maybe before your time, there was a show called Hawaii Five-O. And they had at the beginning Cam Fong as Chin Ho, Zulu as Kono at the beginning of this. And Cam Fong was this weird, Cam Fong played Chin Ho Kelly. Cam Fong as Chin Ho. And this one line he had, he said, "We're all in this together, brother." Well, that's what we are. We're in this together, brother and sister. So we're all part of this. So I want everybody to understand we all share and we support and we're part of a family because it's us against them. You and me against the world. Ethel Merman meets Bert Lahr. But I digress. So I love them, but I want to watch Candace. I don't even understand when people take Candace and then review what she said. It's like, what, am I stupid? I don't need you to. I'd rather hear. I know what she said. And then Candace said this. Yes, I know that. God bless you. And then sometimes, there are some things that are very important. But I would be less than honest with you if I told you that every single aspect, every interstitial, granular, subatomic, connective tissue, every abecedarian, elemental, part of this weird lattice work of facts, not everything grabs me. And the TPUSA filed at 1422.3, which I have to do with the IRS, and it's, well, thank you very much. I want to get down to the bottom line. I've told you this before, and I'm going to say it again. I say it repeatedly. The number one thing. When you have a red pill moment? My red pill moment was 9/11. But my red pill moment with Erika. What was yours? Put it in the comments section. What was your moment when you said, oh, Jesus, God. Oh, my God. Oh, she's a bullshit artist. I got it. I didn't see it coming. I really did. I thought, okay, she's not the most polished, but I thought, but I'm going to tell you. The funeral scene or the casket with this poor man, they're using his hand, his death. It's disgusting. It is so low class. It's disgusting. It's vile. It's vile. It's, seriously. Everything else you can argue, wow. Wow. That was it. I still think about that. Reminds me, years ago, in Facebook really demented so many, or took people, I think, who were already demented, but really, really kind of exacerbated the dementia or the dementedness. And there was a guy one time whose mother died. She had either died or she was in a coma. He was in a hospital, and he had his, his camera. He's like, going like this, and his mother's behind, and you saw kind of like her hand with the tubes. I thought, oh my God, this is your mother, and you're using it as some kind of a pity magnet, some kind of a, look at me, I'm a martyr, huh? Look at me, huh? Huh? I'm holding up pretty good. Imagine the hell I'm going through. Like, is it about you? My wife and I always talk about, when I go, I want to be cremated and, plant a tree, dump it, I don't care. But do not. There's going to be no open casket, none of this crap. None of this. This is my body is my spacesuit. It's not me. It's like an empty balloon without air in it. It's vinyl. It's nothing. Don't ever do this. And if I'm thinking, she's going to be my hand. Did you get the hand? Jerry, did you get the hand? You want to do more over? I can see him doing like multiple shots. How's the lighting? How's the lighting? Makeup. Can you touch me up here? How am I doing? Okay, good. Okay, ready, and action. You think I'm being harsh? Okay. Let me ask you a question. I'll admit being harsh if Erika can explain why she did that. What was the need for that? Did you not think I understood what it meant? Did you think that I needed that? That helped explain something? You know, sometimes, have you ever seen those pictures? Some of them are just brutal. A dog, family dog, they're at the cemetery of, let's say, a fallen soldier, and the dog is at the grave. The dog knows he's dead, and the dog won't leave the grave. Or maybe the wife is at the grave. You know, I can. That's different. That's rather attenuated. It's more indirect. This is directly. And then, this is a close second. When they had that Amfest or whatever the hell this was, whatever it was called, where they had the actual version of the tent, the assassination tent, where you could have a selfie of yourself. I'm thinking, have these people, do they have but a gram, an iota, an ort, a molecule of any kind of class or decorum? And then they're like vultures. After this, they want to Ben Shapiro. And somebody's got to say, listen, I don't know who Ben works for, the official organization. I understand party affiliation and philosophy, which is fine. But somebody has to understand, listen, there's a technical word in Latin for what Ben is. He's an asshole. And nobody likes him. Nobody. I bet you members of his family don't like him. He's grating. What you were going to be the head of TPUSA? And that creepy kid whose name I don't even know. They're all creepy. They're all weird. They're weird. Seriously. But all I know is simply this. Number one, I have never been more proud of Candace. I've never met Candace. I've never been more proud of her. My God, she's the most powerful person on the internet today. Number two, I have met such great friends. I've been doing this for a while, and I'm telling you, I didn't read a lot of these comments because they were like, God damn, people, they hated me. I thought, maybe I'll just... So anyway, now I'm seeing them, and your comments, the love, it's incredible. I appreciate that. And I'm finding myself now in the position of being so incredibly just committed to this cause because I am right. I don't have to explain to anybody. I am right. You can't do this. You can't do this. It's not the end of the world. We're not going to go to war. I know people aren't dying. But there's something so craven, so crass, so creepily counterfeit about somebody who's creepily counterfeit doing this because everything about her is fake. Did they bury him? Is there do we know where? Does she have children? And let me leave you with this one. Something tells me, I don't know this firsthand, but something tells me that we ain't seen nothing yet. I mean, nothing. It's going to be like, and all she had to do was quit. Take her money, go home. Take the life insurance, go home. Raise your kids. Be a mom. Remember that? Remember the official story? Be a mom. Hey, hook up with old girlfriends. I don't care. We don't care. Doesn't matter. And I'm telling you, if you've just tuned in right now, thank you. But there was this one scene from Jack Reacher, this first Jack Reacher with Tom Cruise, where he was about to beat the living shit out of somebody. I mean, and cripple him. And before this fight starts, he turns to the guy who insisted upon this fight, who picked the fight, with this killer Jack Reacher, and Tom Cruise said, remember, you wanted this. And that's what Eric has to say. Okay, excuse me, Candace, Erika, you wanted this. You didn't know, you didn't leave well enough alone. And these TPUSA, these people, but whoever they are, you know what I mean? You thought, oh, no. There's money to be made, and there's merch. There's merch. Idiots. And then, if I were you, I would get so far away from these Bonginos because you look like you put them up to it. And people are going to read this and not understand. They're going to think, you were a part of this. You were a part of this, weren't you? Weren't you? It's beyond sick. So, my friend, I thank you for that. Thank you for watching me. Thank you. Please, you know the routine. Like. I've got to like this. Please subscribe. Also, thank you very much for following my beloved wife, Lynn Shaw, at Lynn's Warriors on YouTube. As we spoke just before, she's talking right now. There's a tremendous trial, a big trial going on in L.A. about for the first time. It's almost in a products liability theory, using or alleging that social media are addictive to children. And Lynn's Warriors is committed to fighting human trafficking and also child predation and maintaining digital safety regarding children. It's tough. It's horrible being a kid today. And that's why what was allegedly done could all be wrong. But if it's true regarding this 15-year-old girl, that's predatory. And that, as we say in the South, that dog don't hunt. So thank you for following her at Lynn's Warriors. I appreciate it. We really do. We're all in this together, brother. And we're a part of a big family. And I would like to consider you to be a part of my family now, because this is fun. Because this is just, they don't understand. It's so great to go up against so many foes and so many people that I thought were kind of interesting. And by the way, last word, to show you these self-righteous Benedict Arnold counterfeit bastards. Remember the time they were at the White House and Pam Bondi came out and said, "Hey, I got these binders, huh? These binders, Epstein binders. What the hell's an Epstein binder? Here, take them." And they had all of these noted, famous, influencers. And when Epstein came out, we never said a word. But they're sure jumping on Candace. Gee, I wonder what that's about. We know exactly what that's about. Doesn't matter. Remember, when you only take flack when you're over the target. All right, my friends. Have a great and glorious day. Thank you so much for watching. I've got some questions for you to answer. Your comments are incredible. Until then, my friends, I ask you, as I always do, to comment as you see fit.